How's it going, folks? I'm doing well. Are you doing well? I hope that is the case because this guy's doing well and he is coming from the depths of a word that rhymes with well. And so it's Mr. Skullgrin, and I always want to call him Bludgeon because the skull thing kind of throws me off. But it's Mr. Skullgrin, and he's hooked up with double Brunts, and so I'm going to show you the back, which I think is pretty cool. He doesn't use 100% of the parts, but he does use most of them. I really like this part over here. It cinches everything together because it plugs into the forearms and also plugs into the back. It's a little off center, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And I riffed on a couple of versions, but this one was the most secure, and so this is what we ended up on. Yeah, I like this guy a lot, actually. And so the homie Module Toys from Instagram actually has been doing a bunch of these Skullgrin fan modes. And so, I've done a couple of myself with Skelevore, but I was like, you know what? I want to go dabble with this ingredient again. So shout outs to the homie Module Toys. One of the first guys on Instagram who really, really gave me like a warm welcome, would respond to my posts and would comment and stuff like that. So yeah, big love to the homie in France. And so so Skullgrin again, and this guy's using Brunt. Obviously he doesn't have purple on him, but he does have this kind of maroon burgundy with the grays. And so I think that actually works pretty well with our guy. What was that? Yo, I heard some crazy noise behind me. I'm kind of spooked out because the weather is kind of crazy right now. It's super flooding over here in the office. I think I'm by myself. So getting kind of spooked out. But yeah, I think this works well. These are gimmicks that I've used before. The super arm, the super cannon, these type things. But they're great to reuse, and it's like that little trick that you use, putting a little bit of nutmeg into, your pumpkin pie or something, and you're like, oh yeah, that works out perfectly, or whatever the case may be, So you reuse and utilize things that work, and in this case, making this guy a doom soldier, somebody from the depths of Hades, I think is really, really cool, and this works out quite well for him. I think the first build that I ever used this on was Shockwave. I made a super Shockwave, and perhaps I'll revisit him now that my skills have somewhat improved. And that super Shockwave actually was stolen that design was actually, shouldn't say stolen, but they used it without my permission, and they flaunted it as theirs. Dude, there's that noise again. What was that? Did y'all hear that? Yo, what's going on? But that Shockwave build was flaunted by somebody else on YouTube, and one of the early channel members was like, hey, I seen this. And they oh my. Yo, dude, it sounds like there's something in the walls or something. Like, do you hear that? Yeah, it's a weird noise. It sounds like there's something scratching inside the wall. That is a very bizarre sound. I've never heard it before. Okay. It doesn't help that I'm doing this like Skullgrin like review over here or like fan mode, and it's kind of creeping me out. But yeah, homeboy had like pointing me to a video and was like, hey, and he was kind of like, did you steal this guy's idea? And I had to point him to Reddit and be like, nah, I did this way back in the day. But the dude on YouTube basically just pretended that it was his. That's one thing that I don't get. Why do people pretend? And like, it was straight my design, 100% my design. And I don't understand why people steal other people's stuff. Can't you just say like, oh no, I found this build on the internet? Like, I just don't understand that, I don't understand not wanting to give creators their credit. Like, I don't know. Like, I really do not understand that. Like, if I were to take someone else's design, like, I'm probably going to recreate Bakertron's Galaxy Shuttle customs. And of course, I'm going to credit Bakertron because I want you to go see Bakertron and I want you to see how great he is. Or like when I do Kuromi Kitten stuff, like, dude, I want you to go see her stuff. Like, I want you to know that she's the artist that made that. I just don't understand when people steal stuff and or borrow stuff or whatever the word is, and they just don't give the artist credit. And not only do they not give credit, they assume it for themselves. I just don't understand that. I really don't. I really don't. Like other than I guess that they can't do it themselves, and they just like the props and they like the praise. But it's fake praise. I mean, it's like it I don't know. You can hear how confused I am. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah. Anyway, for our guy over here. Like I said, I used this first in the Shockwave build, and I've been kind of reusing it since. It's a great gimmick. I enjoy it, and I think it was specifically made for that. So kudos to the designers at Takara who do all this great stuff. And so I'm going to show you how to make him today. He's actually quite easy. He's actually quite easy. The parts that are not in use, one thigh is not in use, and the two parts of the legs, you know, the ones that have the little gray flip thingy, I never quite understood why they made it like that for the legs to attach. Neither here nor there, but yeah, those calves with the gray thingy are not included. Okay, so great. Now that's out of the way. Wow, I'm all like salivating right now. Now that that's out of the way, not because I'm hungry, I just have a lot of spit in my mouth for some reason. Now that that's out of the way, let me just show you how to make him. Some of the parts I'm not going to remove like this. Like this is the back piece of Brunt, and you just have one of the thighs plugged in, or one of the calves plugged in rather, the one that does not have the weird gray bit on the bottom, and you just plugged in one of Brunt's arms. Same thing over here, easy peasy lemon squeezy. What's up, Emgo? Down over here, yeah, Emgo doesn't know me, you know, but everybody knows Emgo, you know what I mean? But hey, but I heard that from him so see, it was a easy peasy lemon squeezy. Why would I not give credit to Emgo? Because he's the one who started using that. That's where I heard it first. Anyway, this bit over here, the top of the Brunt torso has a peg, and you're plugging that into the toe of Skullgrin. And so what's really cool is you have one connection there, and down over here, you have the back of the Brunt pistol, right? And the second connector comes between that and this hole over here from the tread of Skullgrin. I think that's really, really cool. Very, very secure. And on the bottom, we just have another Brunt arm. Isn't that easy? Isn't that easy? And on the back, I'm just going to remove this to actually show you, even though it's probably going to be a little bit difficult for me to put back on. It's all gravy, baby. It's all gravy, baby. Davy Crockett. Oh, geez. Yo, it's in there like gym wear. Hold up. All right, there we go. So on the back, we have folded up. I'm just going to remove this bit for now. We have folded up the fists. And so we have the fist down over here, and then we have the ports from the forearm right there. And there's a port over here. So this middle peg right there, that we are going to plug into that port. And these knee joints, we're going to plug into the fists. So that's going to make it just super secure so that the arms don't like swing around. So they are in the fist right now, and they are in the back. And then we have his little blade weapons. And then we have his gun weapons plugged into the back bit of Brunt. Sorry. Spent a lot of time at the beginning of this video talking about how I don't understand people stealing other people's stuff and not giving them credit and stuff. It's as you can see, it's a bit of a pet peeve, and it probably bugs me more than it should. And so yeah, even on Insta, you know, like sometimes I'll see the great Macotron. People steal his stuff all the time and don't give him credit, and they're like, oh yeah, here's this thing I did. I'm like, dude. And then I would tag Macotron and be like, yo, this is the Mighty Mac. And those people, and then the person who posted that would just ban me, would just block me and stuff. And I'm like, dude, are you upset that I like, you know, told the truth, that you know, brought your ruse into the light? It's like, are you upset about that? It's so it's really weird. I mean, I guess because as a content creator, and like honestly, and I don't say this arrogantly, like, dude, I'm a content juggernaut. You know what I mean? Like, I create stuff in my sleep, and I literally mean that. I dream about stuff, and I love making content, but of course it takes time and it takes effort, and for somebody to just like jack it, steal it, and just not even give you credit for it, yo, I think that's pretty scummy, you know what I mean? And so it probably bugs me a little bit more than it should, but whatever's clever. You know, at the end of the day, the truth will come out, and everybody will know. Everyone will know. Anyway, I don't know. I might be being possessed by the angst and the angriness of Skullgrin over here, but he's just like, yes, feed into your dark side. Yeah, the dark side is all consuming. Yeah. But so is the light side. Yeah, give it a good balance every now and then. What am I talking about? I've riffed long enough. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to bounce, okay? I'm going to bounce like a ball. You know, back in the day, they used to have these like little sing-alongs, and you used to follow the bouncing ball on the captions and stuff, and y'all don't know that. Take care, bye.